Hi, I'm Peter, and this is section 4, Ask Powerful Questions. I'm going to change that up a little bit because I believe that it's not just asking powerful questions, it's about asking more questions. It's about asking better questions. Asking more questions, powerful questions, better questions, is a skill impacting virtually every phase, every second of our life. It's a skill that'll make you a better human being, a skill that give you a better job, better career, better relationships, your family life, your love life, your friendships. Asking better questions is a way we connect with the world, the universe, and ourselves. It is the way we get what we want. I think it was Voltaire who said, "Judge a man by the questions he asks, rather than the answers he gives." I love this quote, as I believe that one's questions are an indication of how much he cares and how much he listens. Asking good questions requires and shows compassion. It requires listening for clues in the responses and leads to an understanding. We will never know unless we ask. The answer is always no, unless we ask. Ask more. Ask better. Ask, 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 ask. If we don't ask, it says we don't care. The better we ask, the more we care. What are better questions? How can we ask better questions? Well, better questions probe. They invite. They expand. They clarify. Better questions do not make judgments, make accusations, or mislead. Better questions are open-ended questions. They invite, they draw out, they seek thoughts, opinions, they seek understanding. They encourage continued dialogue. Better questions are not closed-ended questions. They are not questions that can get answered with a simple yes or no or a single word. They do not stifle conversation. Good, open questions ask who, what, why, and when. Starting a question with the word what encourages continued dialogue. A poorly worded question, a closed-ended question, invites limited response. Did you like the presentation? Did you like the movie, the book? A simple no, a simple yes answers the question. It limits the conversation. Better, open-ended question would probe, expand, invite dialogue. It would ask what? What is it that you liked about the presentation? What did you like about the movie, the book? The open-ended question invites continued conversation, invites more in-depth, more insightful, more probing questions, and genuine interest and compassion. They signal a willingness to explore the other person's motivations, their opinions, their understanding. They reflect an interest in the person. They are generally curious about what the other person thinks. What is a powerful word to introduce an open question. Generally, questions that start with what are open-ended and probing. What do you think about the candidate? What was it that led you to the conclusion? What did you see as the missing element in my presentation? These are questions that demand more than a yes or no. They invite conversation. Now, be careful of the word why. Although it is an open-ended question, it often does not accomplish the spirit of the openness in which we want. It typically generates a defensive response and limits conversation. Why'd you ask that? Sounds scolding, implies blame. A better question might have been framed and begun with what? What did you see as the basis of your decision? Generally, we should look and also to avoid questions of using the words do, would, can, and will, as they tend to lead to closed-ended responses, unintentionally. Do you like your boss? No. What do you like about your boss? What is the opinion of your boss? Might be better and more open-ended. Closed-ended question. Would you agree? Simple yes. Better open-ended question. What is your opinion on that? Closed question. Will you participate? Will you buy my starter kit? Simple yes or no. Better open-ended question is what will it take you to join us and participate? What it is that you like about the starter kit? Which credit card do you want to use? Good, better questions probe, invite, dig deeper into a topic and continue dialogue. Tell me more. What else? Expand on that thought. Say more about that. Generally, we think it is best to avoid leading, rhetorical, interpretive questions, unless there's a specific response we desire, like in a sales situation. Leading questions often can lead to the wrong conclusion if it is influenced by the question. Do you beat your dog often? Would you describe your feelings as disappointing? On the other hand, leading to questions can be a great tool if we can use them to lead the participant to the conclusion we want, like in a sales situation. Wouldn't you agree that these oils are worth having in everybody's home? Wouldn't you agree that every home should be toxic-free? Better questions are not just about the words we use. Better questions are how we say them, the tone in which we ask them, the pace, the volume, the attitude, the body language we use when we ask the question. What were you thinking? Not a very good question. Is our tone a matter of fact? Is it caring? Is it genuinely interested? Are we looking at our watch when we ask the question? Are we paying attention to the answer? Do we have a couldn't care less tone in our voice, or is it sympathetic and caring? Are we paying attention to the answer? The answer gives clues. If we don't listen to the answer, it doesn't matter what question we ask. And finally, are we allowing silence to invite continued dialogue? Are our questions so rapid fire it offers no reflection or thought? Are we allowing silence to give our partner time to process their thoughts? Are we taking time to process their answers? We can use silence to say, tell me more. Is our body language saying we are lovingly waiting for their answers? Or is it instead saying we are anxiously wishing they would end their prattle? Are we cutting them off so that we can talk? So the bottom line is, how do we ask more powerful questions? We ask more questions. We ask better questions. We show how much we care in the questions we ask. We ask. We ask, we ask. And most importantly, we become better listeners. Thank you for your attention this evening. Have a good day.